Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, many talents are proud to call Bahrain their home. Everything from fine art to photography, and find its own unique spin on the island. And our next guest is one of has developed and pretty much delved into many creative fields. To tell us more about his journey, we are here with the photographer and artist Ahmed Alawi. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing amazing.
Awesome. I mean, you look, your style is pretty much vibrating and all of that, pretty much pretty chill,
Yep.
Feel that vibes and all of that.
Yep.
Tell us more about your life, pretty much being an artist. How did you get into it?
Well, it all pretty much began with the classic pen and paper and sketching and all that. And then later on, I found comfort in this field. It's like self-expression.
Right.
And with that, I can send messages to the audience through these artistic pieces. And then later on in high school, I found a passion in showing people these pieces and what do they think is portrayed in these art pieces.
Right.
And later on, after graduating, I found myself inspired by the natural, surreal photography style, using long exposure and mixing it up with self-portraiture. And not a lot of people in Bahrain delve into that field of photography.
Okay.
So with that and more inspiration from my friends and the ideas that I find online, all that blending with my own touch brings out basically the best in me.
Amazing. Wow, man. The way you just explained it and expressed it, it's felt like water. How
Water.
you were weaving your words together. It's like, wow, man, this is it. I felt like, oh, I'm floating in your stories and all of that. It showed that pretty much in the beginning you did it for yourself.
Yes.
Really, it's like, so you found something, you found comfort and peace.
Exactly.
So my question to you would be like, when did you feel that the transition happened between doing it only for you, but then it carried on to actually doing it for others? Like, what was that spark?
The spark was, how can I say this? It's the importance of the message itself.
Okay.
Because art is not just something to be appreciated, because a lot of artists use it as a way to express themselves and send to the audience or to the observer an important message, whether it's something that he's going through in his personal life, the artist's personal life, or an important message about current events that are happening, whatever it is. And using that and portraying it in art is a tricky thing. Sure, you have a canvas, and repetitiveness isn't something like, yeah, that's the problem, repetitiveness. Artists struggle with colors, how can I say this? The portrayal itself is hard.
Yeah.
Points of view. How will the viewer interpret this piece of art?
Right.
How the environment that the viewer is in,
Right.
their mindset, the way they're thinking, it's all factors of how they perceive a piece of art.
Amazing. Wow. I mean, you pretty much delved into that, huh?
Yeah, I did.
You really did, huh? And with your art, I mean, there are certain messages you felt that it was very important to convey to everybody, to see how it is, and for them to explore their own emotions and thoughts into that one painting or one artwork that you've been pretty much working on.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, it could be anything. Everybody has their own perception
Yes.
how the arts are. I mean, I think I've been blessed enough to actually talk to a lot of artists, you know, sitting on the same place you're pretty much sitting on right now. And but it seems like every artist have a different way of conveying their message. It's
Yes.
always been important to actually make sure that their message comes across certain values and with certain meanings, but you still give them their own freedom to see it in the way they want to see it and how they perceive it. And that's very powerful.
It is. It is. Another thing is that an art, the definition of art is anything that can be appreciated.
Right.
Whether it's a painting, whether it's a video, whether
Right.
it's a photo, whether it's literature or a movie script or the movie itself. So I've been putting my hands here and there since graduating from high school. I have a script that I'm working on.
Okay.
It's been inspired by Damunian folklore,
All right.
a little bit of spice from Stephen King, and
That would be very interesting.
yes, yes.
Stephen King, out of all
still
names,
working
wow.
on it.
It's like, what's it gonna happen here?
It's still in the works. Still in the
Okay.
works. Act 1 is done.
Okay.
Still working on Act 2. I'm not gonna reveal it right now.
Please, not yet, but you know, for another interview maybe.
And maybe
Another
so.
time, that's for sure.
So yeah, I'm really interested in filmmaking.
Okay,
That's my end goal, you could say.
amazing.
Because the film industry in Bahrain, even though we started it in the Gulf, we're the one who started this filmmaking art. So why not continue what we started? Because I see a lot of movies, especially the ones that we've seen in Bahrain Film Festival.
Right.
There's so much potential. We
There
have the
is,
talent.
There is.
We have the power. We have the tools. But the thing is, we need an incentive. We
Right.
need an industry.
Right.
And to build that, like, how can I say this? The youth. One word, the youth. We need the youth.
Right.
So much inspiration, so much material, so much power. We just need that incentive to move forward. Like, how can I say this? We call it pearly wood.
Pearly wood.
Yep.
Bahraini filmmaking kind of stuff industry. Yeah, and I love the fact that people consider it as an industry, you know, because it's happening over here when it comes to Bahrain. Like the industry is outside, maybe pretty much they are more mature, they have more experience and more funding to it. But in Bahrain, it seems like it's always been a side thing to a certain extent. We have our festivals and all of that, but it didn't hit commercial yet with
It
the
didn't,
big screens or stuff like that. I mean, when it comes to social media, we excelled in so many ways with a lot of
Yes,
influencers
we did.
and makers and content creators. When it comes to vlogging and YouTube and TikTok, we have a lot of influencers that are reaching the millions. But when it comes to actually, let's say, filmmaking and all of that, making it to the big screens, maybe we're kind of lacking over there. But hey, if it's called Pearly Wood, we are heading somewhere with that, aren't we now?
We have a lot of studios. We have Amar Farouk's at Nafas Creative Studio.
Right.
We have Studio Human. We have B Media. We have, what's it called? So many studios in Bahrain that are just
Crazy.
starting up.
Like I can name a few myself from Fakhro Blue Steel.
Exactly.
We have, even right now, Mohammed Farid is doing his thing, Movie Convo, and you have Ali Fingers, Wicked Productions. So it's crazy that there are actually a good number of people who learned a lot about movie making. They went to international places, to the States, they came
Yes.
back again and bring their experiences. But you are working on this crazy thing going on over here, which really I appreciate. I can't wait to see that.
It's still in the works.
Yeah.
I did approach Mohammed Fakhro about it.
Okay.
He's giving a read as we speak.
Okay. Now, as pretty much we're talking about arts and filmmaking, but you are pretty much very much in hands when it comes to photography.
Yes.
So how did you get into that?
Photography was something I picked up from a friend of mine
Sure.
after graduating, because he basically studies media. And how can I say this? It's the people that you hang around with that
Yes.
influence you.
Yes.
The way you think, the way, in my case, the way I influence my art,
Right.
how I make it. So I got inspired by my friend, and I wanted, like, I talked to myself and I say, why don't I do something? Why don't I try it out? So when I tried it, I found myself in it in a way, especially with long exposure photography. Long exposure is kind of like when you open the camera shutter for a long time, and the camera would register the light rays that is going through the shutter.
Oh, wow.
In such a long period of time, and then compressing it into one photo. How can I say this? It's when you point the camera at the street and do that kind of style photos, you like in the end product, you would see, of course, with the right shutter speed, you would see light streaks of the car's lights.
Right.
Even though the car's not there. So it would appear with the little bit amount of editing, it would look amazing. But that's the normal mediocre style of long exposure photography. Long exposure has so much potential and so much, how can I say this, depth into it. And a lot of people outside of Bahrain are using it in so many ways. And I said to myself, since this area of photography isn't that much explored, then why don't I explore it myself?
Right.
And right now I'm pretty much satisfied with the results that I've gotten. And like, even though I did so much, there's so much more to explore.
I'm sure. So where are you heading with all of this right now? Where do you see yourself pursuing more? Like, you've reached to a place, I would say, you exploring right now and getting more things taking place in your realm when it comes to photography. But what else are you looking for heading to?
I think that with photography, we can use it in light of filmmaking.
Okay.
Mixing them together, making something that nobody else made, or something that would attract the audience's eyes.
Okay.
And with photography, long exposure is specifically a lot of potential.
Wow, you really enjoy this, don't you?
I do.
It shows, man, it shows. Like, whatever I throw your way, like, I know what to say. You're in my town now.
I am.
Now, even though we don't want to pretty much shorten it and wrap it up, but it seems like there is a lot to talk about. But if you're gonna leave us like with an advice or a statement or a word of encouragement, what's that gonna be?
Even though the results to whoever who's listening, even if you feel as if the results of what you've trying to make aren't satisfactory,
Right.
keep doing it. Keep pushing.
Awesome.
Keep pushing. Keep looking for new inspiration, new styles, new ways of doing the same thing that you want to do. And in the end, it's going to get something out.
Awesome. Well, Ahmed, thank you so much for joining us right here on Bahrain Now. We can't wait to pretty much see what's going to happen with your film and the world of Dilmani and time traveling.
Exactly.
All that's going to take place in another talk, hopefully maybe next year or the week before it, or maybe earlier than that. Let us know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a very insightful, artistic, and a creative talk with Ahmed Alawi, all that took place right here on Bahrain Now.
MR7 CrossFit Gym is opening its doors for all different age groups and all kinds of CrossFit activities in one place.
Well, I've been here for about 8 to 10 months. It's been a very welcoming environment here with Coach Mohammed, Coach Rashid, and Coach Hassan, the brother of Coach Mohammed. They've been extremely welcoming. They've been extremely friendly with us and professional. As well as on the other side, they were also acting as a family rather than just a, let's call it a user or a customer. So we feel welcomed as a family rather than just as as someone who's training with them.
I like CrossFit because it has many gymnastic workouts. So I find for my age even the gymnastic is my favorite rather than the heavyweight.
The gym has a positive general environment which contributes to not only healthy workouts but a healthy sense of teamwork and encouragement.
In regards to today's conditioning exercise, it is an excellent exercise to prove your mentality, your strength, and your ability to endure the strain that you will receive during the workout, which the workout includes both deadlifts and wall balls, and they both provide large strain on your body. But because of the way that we are conditioned with Coach Mohammed and Coach Rash and their continuous support with us, we know that we can do this exercise in the most optimal fashion because of the way that they teach us and the way that they gradually let you increase the weights.
My experience in MR7 gym, it's really exciting, and the coaches are very well training us and giving us the best techniques in order to be not injured. And I've gained a lot of experience in weightlifting and CrossFit in general, and it's a very friendly place to be, and the coaches are very friendly, and our teammates are very friendly. It's a good community to be in.
If you start even earlier in age, it's very easy, very lovely sport. I recommend everyone to start.
Wishing you a good CrossFit experience. This was Khawla Youssef reporting for Bahrain International TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get a little bit more active right now as MR7 CrossFit Gym brings together a large number of sports enthusiasts from different age groups in one place. The gym is owned by ambitious Bahraini youth who turned their passion and dream into reality, and today we shed light on their success. We have here with us is one of the owners of MR7 Gym, Ahmed Alawi. Good evening, how are you?
Good evening, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. CrossFit, man, it's a lot of work. It's fun. But when I see it, I mean, I burn calories watching you guys work out.
Like everyone says that.
I goes like, okay, you're not only doing one kind of thing, you're not just like, grabbing a dumbbell, you're not only just going out there and just getting some sweat all together, but you're not only breaking the sweat, you are actually getting the body to tell you, hey, you're gonna move and you're gonna make sure that everything in your body moves.
Yeah.
So, but before we get into more of the CrossFit and how it became like a phenomenon in Bahrain, everybody's doing it, tell us more about you and the gym and how did you start?
I started 2014 as an athlete, like everyone.
Okay.
I heard about the game a lot. I was like, I went to try it. I'm like, okay, that's a crazy game. I'll just give it a try.
All right.
After 3 weeks, I still remember. I'm like, okay, this is a real sport, not only game. 1 year of doing it, I started to coach. Like, there was a big push from my coach. He was like, I see a coach in you. He used to tell me that a lot.
Okay.
I see a good coach in you.
Okay.
I was like, my answer is always the same. I'm just an athlete. I just do work. He said, try it and you will believe me. And then when I started coaching, I had like very fast improvement. I discovered that I love coaching.
Okay.
From that point, I moved on, and we started MR7 2019.
Okay.
That was my first business ever, like after coaching.
Wow. It's very interesting how you call CrossFit in the beginning, it was a game.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, this is not a game. This is like
real sport.
This is like an actual sport. It's like Olympic style kind of thing. It's what people do. They want to go for in a serious kind of like commitment when it comes to sports.
Yeah, we call it like real fitness because it's a very good combination. Like I like to call it well-rounded. Like you will be good in gymnastics, good in cardiovascular, good in lifting weights, which is a very good rounded. You don't have to be a perfect in one task and weak in the other task. You will be an average in everything, which is make a lot of sense for me for the future wise. Like when you get older, you will still be stronger with that.
Huh.
Yes.
you know, because well, to be honest, like reaching my 40s soon, right? And it's like CrossFit, I see what happens.
I
like,
am reaching my 40s.
You're
soon.
not 40.
Reaching my 40s
There
soon.
is no way. You don't look 40.
I'm 36.
You're 36? Okay, good. You see this? This is 40. That's
I
what
still
40
have
looks
the
like.
But we still have like athletes. Like my oldest athlete is 56 years old.
Doing CrossFit?
Every single day.
With the same momentum of a 20-year-old?
Not really.
Okay.
You will lift lighter weights.
Sure.
Like, you know, with aging, you'll have lack of mobility. It's all about having like well-experienced coach, well-trained coach.
Okay.
Like that really what matters with different type of people, different type of athlete. You will have strong guys, you'll have people who doesn't do sports at all. You have people with some disease, like different, like it's a huge world.
Okay, I know. I believe you. I mean, you're the coach here. Yeah, you're Mr. MR7, you're Captain MR7 here.
Captain.
Now, apparently, not only it's a gym, but you guys go out there and to get some achievements and accomplishments. Yes. You know, and what's the great thing about it? It's like, you know, it's like you go to a certain studio, you just work out and leave, but it seems you have a community, you have goals, you have things you want to achieve. Tell us about your latest achievements and accomplishments.
Our latest achievement, it was like 5 days ago.
5 days ago, it's like, why is he looking at the time? Like, does he need to go for another session?
No, it's 5 days ago.
Okay.
There was a competition organized by Ministry of Youth and Sports with a collaboration with Rare Fitness. It was a CrossFit competition. We had 9 teams in that competition. Wow. Yeah, alhamdulillah. And one of the ladies' team, they got the 3rd place.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Wow, so it's not only a gym, it's a community, it's a family.
Yeah, it is a family. I'd like to call them my family.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And these are like ways, I mean, I wouldn't like to call them clients at this point, but members.
I never call them clients.
You see?
Like always, even when I'm sending them messages for like announcements in the groups, I was always saying, hey fam. They are a family.
What's up, fam?
Right?
What's happening?
Like, we have a very great community. Like some of them even will take like my advice for their personal life.
Sure.
That close we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And it seems like is this your way of like pretty much retaining them, like making sure that they stay for a longer time, because you know they're becoming a family. So when it comes to family and the members get to know you more, they stick longer, right?
Yes, they stick because they feel it. Like there will be 2 types. Like some people will fake it to bring you, but if it is like natural you, they feel it. They still feel it. Okay, I'd love to come back. I'm very angry person in the class, just in the class, but they still love my style because they know I'm not like doing it for. I'm doing it for them. Like I'm angry because I want to improve them, but still, it's from the deepest of my heart. Right. I want to improve every single person. But here's the deal. Doing the workout, it's just 30% of your lifestyle. Having healthy food is the other 70 or 60%.
That's a big percentage.
Yeah. So balancing between training and eating, that's the issue. It's not about what you're gonna eat, and it's not how hard you will train. It's the combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, yes, sir. Now, it seems like you have a great attitude going on with how you carry on your family and even with your business.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I would use the right word here, but the word competitors maybe, or maybe other people in the field. A lot of times they will ask this question, what makes you so different? You know, what makes you unique? But it seems that you have a different approach of things. But if I were gonna ask you this question like openly, how are you any different than the other CrossFit studios and gyms?
I wouldn't say they are a competitor. My answer will surprise you now.
I would love to hear that.
We have a very, very great community, especially here in Bahrain in CrossFit. Like I have very good relationship with the gym owners, all of them.
I love that.
Yeah, we're talking to each other almost like once every week.
I love that.
And in the competitions, like you will see something weird. Every gym is cheering up for the other gym.
I love this.
Yeah, we are like part of a big family.
Right.
That's here in Bahrain. Like I just closed the phone from one of my competitors, which
Okay.
is
Oh.
he's not my competitor. We was just chit chat.
Your friends in the field.
Yeah, we were just chit chat. So I wouldn't call them my competitors, but
I love that.
it's the coach style and personality.
Okay.
That's what will make a difference.
Okay.
Experience will play a huge part of that. Like some people will come to you because you're expert, but you're very tough. Okay, I don't like you. I'll go for the other coach because the other coach is more funny. I have a tough day, long working hours. I come to the gym, I want to have fun.
Right.
But the serious people who want to really improve will go to the serious coach because that coach will push me. I want that. So that's the difference.
Love this. I love this. You see, it's beautiful that you put it out that way. It's like everybody gets to eat.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to go to the same field and everybody gets to eat. And it's a coaching style that's just pretty much different. It's how you communicate, the personalities, and that's how things work, like in different studios.
Experience, you're dealing with like too many different type of people every day. Like, no matter how much I will mention that, like, you will still be surprised. I'm coaching now for almost 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, before CrossFit, I used to coach like doing PTs and fitness and bodybuilding. I used to do martial art. Like, I'm dealing with people almost for 11 years, but I'm still surprised. I still know new type of people that, okay, how to deal with this guy.
Right.
Yeah. So you'll face different challenges every single day. But I love it. To be honest, I love it.
Awesome. Awesome. MR7. I can only imagine or guess what it means. Mr. 7, maybe? MR7 is like, because, when we're going to go with Islamic values, the number 7 is very blessed.
Yes.
The 7 layers of the sky, the 7 times you're going to go around the house of God, the 7 times you'll do certain things.
That's right.
But so MR doesn't stand for Mr. 7.
No, it's not.
So what does it stand for?
It's my first letter in my name and my partner, Mohammed and Rashid.
Mohammed and Rashid.
Yes.
Love that. And the number 7 is, did I say?
Yeah.
I actually did it?
Yes. Wow. And I use it, I'll be honest, I use it for the logo, for the spark.
Yeah.
So it's part of marketing, like to stick in people's head.
I
like,
love that.
Yeah. So whenever you will see that spark, the orange spark, oh, that's MR7. I still like some of my clients when they travel here and there, they will take like photos for me for a coffee shop with a spark in it. Oh, that's for you, huh? Like as a joke, but you see, it's a stick in their head. They always remember it.
You know what I like about your logo? It brings some kind of anime feel, like Dragon Ball or Marvel.
Yeah, we have like too many different styles. Like
I love that. It's just like, say MR7, it's like, is that a Marvel superhero? With Goku right now just fly across and all of that?
And you can play around it. That's why I designed it, by the way.
Okay, I love that. Man, that's a beautiful design.
Thank you so
But
much.
if Marvel will pay you $10 million US for that, you might want to sell it. No?
I'll think about it.
You'll think about it? Wow. Talk about values, man. I love that. I love that. I mean, it's so positive and dynamic to hear what you've been going through and how you brought everything together and you just bring the community together in one place. If you're gonna leave us with one advice, something you want to tell us, a motivation, what's that gonna be?
Motivation for clients, for
clients, family members, advice.
I'd
anything.
always say, like, find something in sports, any type of sports, doesn't matter what is it, that you love and keep doing it.
Mohammed, thank you so much. This has been a very insightful and fun talk, and I guess I need to pay you a visit and get myself like with MR7 in my system.
You'll love it. It's my pleasure to be here.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Bahrain.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a very active, positive, and yet a fun talk with Mohammed from MR7. All that took place right here on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. Another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. I'm Bara Abdallah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye, God bless, and we'll be seeing you in another episode.